Hey guys, it's Pastor Randy Simmons. We're back doing our back in the day discussion. And we're going to be dealing with, I guess you'd say, two very different artists. One guy is by the name of Kenny Marks. Had to think for a while there. And the other one is a name you guys probably have heard, Amy Grant. Now, let me get into this. In the early to mid-eighties, Christian music began working at breaking through to the secular music world. I have mixed feelings about that. I feel like the problem that happened when they were starting to do that is they began to water down their message. So groups began branching out, producing music that was more neutral and not very theological. Some of those groups were ones that we have talked about earlier, like Res Band, Flyleaf, Skillet, POD, and others. Those that were pioneers in this, though, were Amy Grant and Michael W. Smith. We're going to be dealing with Michael W. Smith later on. And they did more of a pop style music. I refer to it as bubblegum music. Not really my style, not really my preference, although some of Amy's music and some of Michael's music were appealing, and I did like them. Kenny was a short-lived singer, kind of in the style of Rick Springfield or John Cougar Mellencamp. That was kind of his style of music. Kenny lived a pretty hard life, and much of that came into the music he performed. He grew up in Detroit, Michigan, and he studied classical piano and learned to play guitar at the age of 13, about when I learned. Graduated from Messiah College in Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania, never heard of that place, west of Philadelphia. Oh, that tells me where it was. While in college, he was a drummer in a contemporary Christian group called The Fellowship. Mark's first album, Follow Him, was released on Myrrh Records in 1982, and his second album in 84, Right Where You Are, he began to find his own definitive style as an artist and wanting to sing about relationships. So in that wanting to sing about relationships, Kenny had a way of storytelling. And I think that was the most impactful side of his music. In the 1990s, he became a host on the Nashville-based Shop at Home TV network. Probably not something he really wanted to talk about. But then he did a song called Jeannie and Johnny. It was a fictitious Franklin High School group created by Marks, appearing on his albums Attitude and Make It Right. In the song, Growing Up Too Fast, they are two individual kids dealing separately with emotions and impulses. In the song Party Is Over, they meet at a party and get together in the backseat of Johnny's car, resulting in a pregnancy which robs them of their carefree teenage lifestyle. In the album Another Friday Night, with the song Next Time You See Johnny, Johnny has left Jeannie with their son, who is old enough to hurt over Daddy's leaving and innocent enough to hold forgiveness in his heart for Johnny. The song Say a Prayer for Me Tonight reflects on a true story with a young man named Richard. He talked to Marks after a concert in Philadelphia on his Make It Right tour and asked Marks to pray for him, and then shared some songs he had written. 3 weeks later, Marks learned that Richard had committed suicide. White Dress, which began as a song for Mark's daughter, Allegra, on her first birthday, is the story of a girl growing up abandoned by her father who becomes a mother. So that was Mark. Mark's had a way of really telling stories, kind of, like I said, like Rick Springfield and John Cougar Mellencamp. Neither one of them I like right now because politically they're a mess. But let's jump to the next name, Amy Grant. She is a true Christian music icon. I would be honest and admit that I was not initially a fan until she finished her album, Lead Me On. So let's talk about Amy Grant. Amy Grant is an American singer, songwriter, musician. She began her music career in contemporary Christian music before crossing over to pop music in the mid-1980s. She was born in Augusta, Georgia. Grant's the youngest of 4 sisters. Her family settled in Nashville in '67. She is a great-granddaughter of Nashville philanthropist who A.M. Burton. Don't you love how when you try to say things, your tongue gets wrapped around your eye teeth? Founder of Life and Casualty Insurance Company. And I won't go into that. She has acknowledged the influence of the Burtons on her development as a musician, starting with their common membership in Nashville's Ashwood Church of Christ. Grant has been referred to as the Queen of Christian Pop. Formerly married to fellow Christian musician Gary Chapman, after their divorce in '99, she married country music singer Vince Gill. Grant made her debut as a teenager, gaining fame in Christian music during the 1980s with hits such as Father's Eyes, El Shaddai, and Angels. Now, one of the things I want to tell you, if you ever hear the name Rich Mullins was really the songwriter for much of Amy Grant's music. So just check that out. In the mid-1980s, she began broadening her audience and soon became one of the first CCM artists to cross over into mainstream pop on the heels of her successful albums Unguarded and Lead Me On. As I said, those 2 albums were albums I actually enjoyed. As of 2009, Grant sold more than 30 million albums worldwide, won 6 Grammy Awards, 22 Gospel Music Association Dove Awards, and had the first Christian album to go platinum. Wow. She was honored with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in 2006 for contributions to the entertainment industry, and in 2022 she was announced as a recipient of the Kennedy Center Honors. Grant is the author of several books, which I didn't realize that. In 1977, she recorded her first album, Amy Grant, produced by Bannister, who also produced her next 11 albums. It was released in early '78, 1 month before her high school graduation. In '79, while at the album release party for her second album, My Father's Eyes, Grant met Gary Chapman, who had written the title track. Grant and Chapman toured together in mid-'79. In late '80s, she transferred to Vanderbilt University, where she was a member of the sorority Kappa Alpha Theta. Grant made a few more albums before dropping out of college to pursue a career in music. In the mid-1980s, Grant began touring and recording with young, up-and-coming songwriter Michael W. Smith, as I said. So, interesting story. I got to tell this interesting story. And when you think about how big Michael W. Smith is right now, this will blow your mind. Michael W. Smith, the stories go that when he was recording with her, he was so nervous that they had to turn the lights off in the recording studio before he could play. Otherwise, he'd just lock up. Now that is wild. I mean, think now Michael W. Smith sits and plays before millions of people. He's played before the president. That just blows my mind. Grant and Smith continue to have a strong relationship and creative relationship, often writing songs for contributing vocals to each other's albums, and as of 2019, often touring together annually during November and December, putting on Christmas concerts. When Heart in Motion was released in '91, many fans were surprised that the album was of contemporary pop music. Grant's desire to widen her audience was frowned upon by the confines of the popular definitions of ministry at the time. Now, let me give you another tidbit. The story goes that Amy Grant was out and she likes to play golf, is to relax. Well, one day she was out at the golf course and she was playing golf, and she noticed somebody that was looking for a partner to play golf with. You know who that guy was? Alice Cooper. Amy Grant played golf with Alice Cooper. And in the process of playing, she admitted she was a fan of Alice Cooper's. Now, it was shortly after that Alice Cooper put out a biography, a small book. And in the biography, he talks about having grown up as a pastor's son. His dad was a Baptist preacher, just like mine was. I wonder, maybe I should run around with makeup on and call myself by a girl's name. I don't know. But Amy very likely had that opportunity God gave her. And Amy, of all people, was the one that may have ministered to him to lead him back to the Lord. Isn't that amazing? I find it amazing, guys. I find it amazing how God works. Let's go on. The track Baby Baby, written for Grant's newborn daughter, Millie, of whom Grant wrote her 6-week-old Face Was My Inspiration, became a pop hit. It also caught major flack from the Christian media. Baby Baby received Grammy nominations for Best Female Pop Vocal Performance and Record and Song of the Year, although it failed to win in any other categories. House of Love in '94 continued in the same vein, containing pop songs mingled with spiritual lyrics. Grant returned to Christian pop with the 2002 release of an album of hymns titled Legacy Hymns of Faith. The albums featured a Vince Gill-influenced mix of bluegrass and pop and marked Grant's 25th anniversary in the music industry. In the same year, Grant was inducted into the Gospel Music Hall of Fame by the Gospel Music Association, an industry trade organization of which she is a long-standing member in her first year of eligibility. Okay, I want to say some other things. Amy has experienced incredible criticism. It boggles my mind how this poor woman has gone through hell. I mean, her first husband was a coke addict. He was a mess. And that was the reason for her divorce from him, was because he would not submit and get himself clean. Okay? Now, is it possible that she may have jumped the gun in getting remarried? It's possible. Who am I to say anything? It's not my place. But Amy has had a powerful influence on music in general, not just Christian music, but even in secular music. There are secular artists, you would not believe the names that have said that they were influenced by her music. Her using her Christian faith in her lyrics. Okay? Is she perfect? No. She's gone through cancer. She's gone through ridicule and blackballing by the Christian music industry. It's sad. It is terribly sad. But I want to leave these musicians with you. We're going to be hitting some other ones, a little bit harder music. And I want to give you a couple to consider, a couple bands to consider. Groups that may not have hit the list at the time when they were around. One of the groups is a group called Jerusalem. Another one's called Messiah Prophet. These were right at the beginning of Christian metal, okay? And the amazing thing is the group Jerusalem is still around. It's not the same members, of course, but they're still around. And there are some groups that came from over in the same area, which I believe that Jerusalem was from Sweden, I think, something like that. And there are some groups out there that are Swedish, that are solid biblically, and their music style is different. Okay, guys, I'll give you the what's the word, caveat to that. I am not one of those people that enjoy screamo. I do not like it. I do not like it, Sam I am. I do not like it with green eggs and ham. Okay? I do not mind a little screamo. I mean a very little screamo in a song. But for the whole song, no. I don't believe in death metal. I don't believe that death metal can be used in Christian music. Death and Christ do not fit together. Okay? I'm not a pop person. I'm not a punk person. I'm not a bubblegum music person. And you guys probably have already gleaned that. As I said, there was a split, and that's what we're going to be talking about in the next video. There was a split in music where you had those that took Amy Grant's influence and went to the extreme, and it became bubblegum music. Okay? And also, in the 80s and into the 90s, that pop music changed. It was no longer pop music talking about social issues or stuff like that, and it went into more church worship music, praise and worship music, which that's okay. I mean, I like some of that stuff, okay? But I'm not going to talk, I don't want to talk for too long on this. I want you guys to really get the music that I'm posting today. But in that, there was a switch, as I said, there was a division from having easy listening, good music to, well, it's just got to be for the church. And I don't believe that's true. I believe that music is not just for presenting at church. Music is, yes, you can have the worship stuff, but you also should have stuff that deals with issues that the world is facing. That's why I love Rez Band, man. Rez hits all of them. They can do, Glenn Kaiser can do his blues music, and it's worship. I mean, it just blows my mind. And then he gets with his band and he does, silent screams. I mean, that just, or 40,000 Underground, which talks about a guy who's building a mall on top of a pauper's grave. I mean, it was like, that song is like a 2x4 across the face. Okay? And that's the whole thing I wanted to say today about like the Kenny Marks and Amy Grant. There's two different music, but similar. Two different styles, but similar. Kenny deals with issues that people don't really talk about. They don't talk about date rape. They don't talk about teenage pregnancies. And yet he did. He faced it head on. Amy, she put out music. She put out a song that was called Lead Me On. Famous song, big hit. But very few people catch what it's talking about. It actually brings in the whole thing of the Holocaust. Jews being put on trains. I mean, she deals with it. She deals with it straight on, which I give her thumbs up for it. Okay, guys, I'm getting off my soapbox. You know the way I get. I'm going to get off my soapbox. Next week, we're going to be dealing with groups. As I said, we're going to be touching on Jerusalem, Messiah Prophet, also a group called Servant. And I believe, hold on a second, let me get down to that. I'm probably going to do Rick Cougar, who I'll tell you about him, and another guy by the name of Ken Tamblin. I'm going to deal with those guys. And also a group called Barnabas. And Barnabas came out around the same time that Rez had done one of their early albums. And I remember seeing the Rez Band album, and I was like, this is devil music. I didn't think that they would have Christian lyrics in them. And then I heard Barnabas and Servant, and I was like blown away. It was like, wait a minute, these guys can't be Christians. They don't look it, but they were. So we're going to be dealing with that next week. Okay? We're going to be dealing with that next week. But I hope you guys enjoy the videos that I put up. I hope you guys enjoy the clips, song clips that I put in. Remember the books at the end of the videos, and t-shirts that are available for you guys to order or ask for. Remember, like, share, subscribe, comment. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Even if all you put on the comment is praise God or amen. That is fantastic. Okay? Watch the video to the end. That's another thing I want you guys to remember. Watch the videos to the end, whether it be today's Mondays back in the day, or Wednesday's midweek Bible study, or Saturday biblical foundation for freedom, or Sunday's Sunday service. Any of them, watch them to the end. That way it will get our algorithms up. Watch them to the end. Even if the best you can do is turn them on, turn the microphone or the speaker off, and just let them play to the end. If that's all you can do, great. Okay? We love you guys. Okay? Love you. Okay? Even this crazy guy. We love you and we pray for you. Remember to keep us in your prayers here at the church. And we will be looking forward to talking to you guys again on Wednesday. God bless. Remember, keep up the fight.
When the tears start falling, he knows the reason long before you turn and find he's been with you all the time, and he is right where you are, right when you need to know that someone cares, right where you are, saying I love you so, and always will be there. You say it's all but over. You say there's no use in trying. You say he'll never ever hear you crying. But when the tears start falling, he knows the reason long before you turn and find he's been with you all the time, and he is right where you are, right when you need to know that someone cares, right where you are, saying I love you so, and always will be there. Cornered by things you've done, knowing how far you've run, you wonder just how someone could ever find you. No matter where you're going, no matter where you've been, or where your heart is strayed, he has followed all the way, and he is right where you someone cares right where you are, saying I love you so, and always will be right where you are, right when you need to know that someone cares right where you are, saying I love you so, and always will be there. Jesus, she hears him again, and she faces the faith of a child that's no longer pretend. And the next time you see Daddy, tell him I'm alright. And there's a fire in my heart for him that's always burning bright. Tell him that I pray for him each and every bedtime. She sees her son on his knees, and the prayer that she hears through the door makes her ill at ease. Jesus, she hears a young boy pray, could you bring back my daddy? I know that you'll find a way. And the next time you see Daddy, tell him I'm alright. And there's a fire in my heart for him that's always burning bright. Tell him that I pray for him each and every night. Jesus. She hears herself start. Let the fire of forgiveness burn bright in this broken down heart. And the next time you see Johnny, tell him it's alright. There's a fire of forgiveness that's always burning bright. Someone he can pray to each and every night. Jesus. Not to hurt you, not to desert you, not to turn you out the door, not to own you, not to disown you. I just wanna love you more. There's so many ways I need to learn to love you. There's so much I want to do. There's so many ways I need to show you that I'll be a friend to you. Jeannie got up early while Johnny stayed in bed. She couldn't sleep last night from something that he said. Johnny said he's leaving, said he's never coming back again. It was back at Franklin High School where he first laid eyes on her. A sassy little senior, Jeannie gave his heart a stir. Johnny wanted Jeannie more than any girl he'd had before. It was just another party where they made their rendezvous. Hey Jeannie, Johnny said, I've never met a girl like you. When this party's over, do you think that I could drive you home? Jeannie had her questions when the romance had its start, but Johnny had the looks that shot an arrow through her heart. Before the night was over, Jeannie went and gave it all away. The party's over. It's fun while it lasted, but it ain't no don't worry, baby, I'll take care of you. They had a wedding party for their family and a few close friends. The party's over. It was fun while it lasted, but it ain't no fun no more. The party's over, and now they wonder what they hurried for. Yes, they wonder what they hurried for. The party's over. He used to say I love you till the marriage fell apart. Now he says, hey Jeannie, baby, give me back my heart. Jeannie's holding Junior, she said, Johnny, thanks a lot. Now Johnny's got his freedom and Jeannie's got the kid. Jeannie's always dreaming about the things she never did. Ain't it funny how infatuation fooled them into playing house? Yeah, the party's over. It was fun while it lasted, but it ain't no fun no more. The party's over, and now they wonder what they hurried for.
Shoulder to the wheel for someone else's selfish gain. Here there is no choosing, working the clay, wearing their anger like a ball and chain. Fire in the field underneath the blazing sun. But soon the sun was faded and freedom was a song. I heard them singing when the day was done, singing to the Holy One. Lead me on to a place where the river runs into your keeping. Oh, lead me on, the awaited deliverance comforts the seeking. Lead on, waiting for the train, labeled with a golden star. Heavy-hearted boarding, whispers in the dark. Where are we going? Is it very far? Bitter cold terrain, echoes of a slamming door. Chambers made for sleeping forever. Voices like thunder in a mighty roar, crying to the Lord. Lead me on, to a place where the river runs into your keeping. Oh, lead me on, the awaited deliverance comforts the seeking. Lead on, man, herdsman, time and time Shaddai, El Shaddai, El Elyon Adonai. Age to age you're still the same by the power of the name. El Shaddai, El Shaddai, Echamkana Adonai. We will praise and lift you high, El Shaddai. Through your love and through the Ram, you saved the son of Abraham. Through the power of your hand, turn the sea into dry land. To the outcast on her knees, you were the God who really sees. And by your might, you set your children free. El Shaddai, El Shaddai, El Elyon Adonai. Age to age you're still the same by the power of the name. El Shaddai, El Shaddai, Echamkana Adonai. We will praise and lift you high, El Shaddai. Time of Christ was near, though the people couldn't see what Messiah ought to be. Though your word contained the plan, they just could not understand. Your most awesome work was done through the frailty of your Son. El Shaddai, El Shaddai, El Elyon Adonai. Age to age you're still the same by the power of the name. El Shaddai, El Shaddai, Echamkana Adonai. I will praise you till I die. El Shaddai. Sometimes we make it harder than it is. We'll take a perfect night and fill it up with words we don't mean. Dark sides best unseen, and we wonder why we're feeling this way. Sometimes I wonder if we really feel the same, why we can be unkind, questioning the strongest of hearts. That's when we must start believing in the
Things didn't turn out quite the way I planned them. I find myself sitting here, broken in my rebellion. I've walked away from a place where I was loved. I've walked away to do all that I want. I'm not worthy to be called his son again. I have brought shame and disgrace in my sin. I will arise and return to my home. I will arise, no longer be his son. Who do I see running to me?